Thank you for watching my video. Nature nurtures the soul.
After a few strums on the guitar, it's time to peel some bark with this new little knife, similar to a Swiss Army knife. Just getting some shavings. I'm going to add them to the smoke of some home-smoked barbecue pork ribs. See, it comes off pretty good with that little knife. We'll add that to the smolder. Get the smoke on.
I'm not sure what all the fuss is about. Lots of crows and magpies having a meeting. So we're going to go see if we can get some on film without scaring them. It's definitely a murder of crows and a parliament of magpies going on. A very challenging trail. Taking my dog with me. These are definitely not trails you want to take when it's icy. Wow, they were steep and not maintained. As you can see, anywhere is dangerous. The trees are down everywhere. You can see where the trees are sliding down into the valley. Insane. You can see the back of the pond, and it's filled up. You can also see the icicles swarming on the falls. Back here it's still winter, even though the buds are trying to come out on the trees. The water rush is finally on from spring. It's pushing the logs down, and today we're having lots of rain. Then it's supposed to go up to 20 degrees. Very, very thick, fast current flowing through there. Now it looks like we have a little beaver dam here. I don't know where the house is, I don't see it. But you can see where all the sticks are piled up, damming up the water. Just a tiny little creek. There's really deep holes along this creek. Few birds flying over. It's very pretty with the snow melt. I really love these little swamp meadows with all the pussy willows. It's very beautiful. You can really see here where everything is all dammed up by the beaver, and in this case he's used mud to seal his wall. Even though you can see you got some water flowing out the back. Now this beaver may have been trapped or moved, because you can see where the water is leaking up over the dam, and ordinarily if it was active they'd have that patched up. I just love the sound of the water. Is this a pond? No. This is a field. That's what happens in spring. The snow is melting rapidly, and the meadows are showing the hay. You can tell in this area it's an old homestead or farm. as I noticed something here covered in the hay. Still a water pump handle, but it's seized up. The handle won't turn right now. Obviously, they had cattle in this meadow. There's no name or brand on it, so maybe we'll find a design. Definitely going to be, unfortunately, a forest fire season if we don't get any rain, because already you can light this hay on fire. We did not get the snow accumulation this year that we needed. As you can see, beautiful blue skies. Temperatures are supposed to increase. You know it's warm, and you know that it's spring. The anthill is moving. There are ants all over the top of the surface crawling right now, so that's a good sign. The other thing that we can tell from this anthill is not only will the northern flickers be here to check it out, so will the bears. It's a dry area here. I think I'm just going to walk around through here, find one of the fallen trees, and sit for a moment and reflect after a long day. You can see that this tree has broken off over the winter. You can see where the woodpecker has been finding his lunch in this one. You can see where a pileated has dug down through in this one. You can also see our moon 3/4. Look how windy it is, because look at the big piece of bark that blew off a tree. Some great tinder lying there. You can even see lots of bark from the poplar trees as well. It's been very windy by the looks of things. So there you go, a massive piece of good tinder. No tree was tampered with, and that's why peeling loose bark off of a tree, as long as you're not going into the layers, it doesn't really damage the tree, because eventually it's going to blow off just like this. You can really tell that the woodpeckers were in this one. Many of you already know this probably about hardwood trees. If they're cut off before they're mature or growing, what happens is they'll grow extra shoots out of the stump, become more than one tree. In this case, how big these trees have got. But what happens sometimes is you'll notice in the arch they cannot stand the weight of the leaning tree and it will break off. And that's what the deer and the animals like. So if you ever notice that with hardwood trees, cutting them off does not kill them unless you're removing the stump. It will grow back. As you can see, this tree was scarred when it was younger, but it's managed to grow despite it has survived quite a long time. It's kind of curled itself around the outside to try to heal itself. Evergreen trees like this are not likely to grow back. It has no center. But looks like a great little well. But the birds are enjoying that stump as well, full of grubs. Oh, look. Down on the side hill, imagine that. Look at that big chunk of birch bark. More tinder. Look at that one. It's like a big, long WWE belt. Or F. I'm not a wrestler. More bark. It's just everywhere. And more. And more bark. And more. The only other thing I've used bark for in my lifetime is a moose call. The water is starting to run even more every day.